Hi, this is Lynn David Cole with Travel Review Stars. Today I'm here with Sarah Hamer at Texas A&M University, and she has a very unique job, and she's going to tell you what this job is and a little bit about it.
Hi, this is Sarah Hamer. Thanks so much for visiting me today. I'm really happy to share some details about what we do here in my research group at Texas A&M at the College of Vet Med on a daily basis. We are mostly interested in studying the ecology of emerging diseases that impact wild animals, domestic animals, and humans. So we're really interested in that interface among animal and human populations because we share so many pathogens with each other. It makes sense to study these diseases simultaneously. So in our group, we do a lot of field work to trap wild animals and collect blood samples, fecal samples, tissue samples from them, bring them back to the laboratory, detect pathogens, do genetic strain typing of those pathogens, figure out a bit about the epidemiology and distribution of these pathogens and risk factors for disease.
In the end, what is the goal of the research?
The goal of our research is to understand the core ecology and how pathogens are being maintained on the landscape so that we can put into place interventions to reduce the risk of human and animal disease.
So in the end, humankind is going to benefit from your research through better management of disease.
Yes, absolutely. We can learn a lot about these pathogens, not only to better animal health, but also human health.
I remember the first time we met was at Lick Creek Park near College Station, and you were out there doing bird banding. Sarah, tell us a little bit about your bird banding program.
Yeah, sure. This is a really exciting program for our lab because it is one field-based research activity where we can get public involvement and get the community involved to help us collect data and learn about birds. So bird banding is a practice by which we trap wild birds and place a small band around their leg. And there's many reasons why people around the world would like to put a band or a ring around a bird's leg, but mostly it just helps us learn about how birds are moving around because we can capture them in one area and band them, release them, and then someone else can capture them in a new area and report those records, and we learn a lot about bird movement.
Well, how do you catch these birds? Do you just run out and grab them?
I wish it was that easy. It's tricky, but the most common technique in what we use in our lab is called a mist net. A mist net is anywhere from 9 to 12 meters long and over 6 feet in height, and it's a fine mesh net that's nearly invisible when you stretch it out between two poles. So it's camouflaged by vegetation in the background. And what happens is birds will fly into these nets and they become entangled. Their wings get tangled, their head gets tangled, their feet get wrapped up in the net, and they're essentially immobilized. So then our research team, we are trained in extracting these birds very safely from the net, and then we have the bird in our hand and we can begin to take samples.
So after you get the bird, then what do you do to it?
Once we remove that bird from the net, we have it in our hand, and then we will immediately put it into a small bag, down in the bottom of the bag, and tie the bag off. And this is just a dark, quiet area to keep the bird calm while we walk back through the forest to the main area where we're going to work with all of the birds. Once we're back to that main area, there's a number of things that we want to do. It starts by weighing the bird while it's still in the bag. We can put it on a scale, obtain the weight of the bird. Then we remove the bird from the bag. First step is to make an identification. So what species of bird is this? Often it's very clear, and often it'll take putting our heads together and getting out a couple of good bird guides to make a good identification, especially determining if this is male or female bird, if it's a young bird or an older bird. So we document all of that information, and then we begin our sample collection. So with most birds, we're interested in looking for ectoparasites. Do these birds have ticks? Do these birds have lice? If so, we want to remove those ticks, put them into vials so we can bring them back to the laboratory. We're also interested in collecting a blood sample. So there are a couple of techniques that we're trained in, but we'll collect a small blood sample from the bird's neck and take some pictures of the birds usually, and then we bring it right back to where we caught it and we release it.
Wow. And is this something that volunteers can help in?
Yeah, absolutely. The way we've set up this activity is something where community outreach is one of our highest priorities. So we usually advertise these opportunities with the Rio Brazos Audubon Society. We've had Texas Master Naturalists come out and join us. And if anyone's interested, they can just send me an email, and I would be happy to share the next date that our research team will be out doing our mist netting and bird banding.
Okay, and do you have a website link that we could share?
Yep. I do.
Okay, well, I will post that at the bottom of this article. If anybody is interested, click on that and look, and you just might get involved in this very interesting program that helps out humankind.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Sarah. That was wonderful and informative. I look forward to our next trip out again.
Well, I hope you join us again soon.
Well, just call me anytime.
Thank you.
This is Lynn David Cole with Travel Review Stars. See you next time.